Hey, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show the interface of the After Effects. So this is the homepage of the After Effects, and here you can find if you want to create a new project, you can click on this new project, or if you want to open any existing, you can click on this existing. And here you can find the recent project which you have done previously. If you want to continue the work from here, you can directly select the project here and you can continue. And now for this lesson, I'm going to show how to create a new project and how to create a new composition. So now in order to create a new project, we need to click on this new project. So just click on this. Now this is the interface of this After Effects here. And left side, you can see this is a project panel. In this, you can import the videos, audio files, and any other images which you want to edit. And here in the composition, whatever the animation we are going to do, everything will be displayed in this window, this composition panel. And here, this is a timeline. In this timeline, we are going to edit the videos, audio files, and we can make all kind of animations. And side, you can see there are some effects and presets. So this I will explain according to the examples. And now in After Effects, if you want to open any extra panels, we can go to the windows and we can open the panels which you want. For example, suppose if I close this project panel, and suppose again, if you want to open the project panel, then we can use this windows and we can click on this project. So whatever the panels you want, or if you close any panel and if you want to open it again, you can go to this windows and you can open the panels which whatever you want. And here in After Effects, we have like workspace. So now at present, we are in the default workspace. We can switch back to any different workspace here. For example, if you switch to like animation, then you will get the options which is related to the animations. So according to your requirement, we can open this workspace here. So for timing, I will use this like default. And also in case if you want to reset this workspace, for example, if you open this project panel and if you have moved to another place, and if you close this timeline, and now what the thing is, if I want to reset this workspace like an default when you install a new After Effects. So in order to do that, we can go to the Windows workspace and we can click on this reset default so that you will get all the panels which has been closed. And now we'll see how to create the new composition. So new composition is nothing but now suppose if you want to start any animation or any project, first make sure we have to take a new composition so that we can set the resolution, whatever the final output we want. Like for example, now if you want to create a new composition, you can click here, or else we can go to this composition, new composition, and the shortcut is Control N. So now if you want to create a new composition, I can click Control N, or else you can click on this new composition. So whenever we click on this new composition, here you can see we will get an composition settings. So inside this, you can give the name. So whatever the things you are going to do, for suppose I'm going to give the intro. And here there are some presets. So you can set the resolution, whatever you want, means like if you want to export like an 4K HD or full HD, here according to that you can select. And we have like 30 frames per second. And here you can select the 8K video to 8K out 8K resolution. And if you come down, you can select it to like full HD resolutions here. So according to your requirement, we can select the resolutions from this After Effects. So for timing, I will defaultly select this full HD, like 30 frames. And in case if you want any particular resolution, you can type here. Means like if you want the resolution which is not present in this preset, so manually you can type here. So just let's say, and before typing, make sure you disable this option, because see, if you type, let's say if I want the resolution of 2500 by 2000, then if I type 2500, then automatically it will set the height. In case if you don't want in that way, so we can disable this option like lock aspect ratio. And now whatever the resolution you want individually, you can type here. So like with 2500, and we can type like 2000. So according to this, you can like set the resolution whatever you want. So for timing, I will set the default one like full HD, and I will enable this log aspect ratio. And here you can see there is an like duration. So you can decide like suppose if you want to create any title, and if the title want to be like 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you can set the time. And also after setting, let's say now it is like 20 seconds. And in case if you want to increase the time or decrease the time laterly, we can do after creating the composition too. So for defaultly, it will be like 10. So let's say suppose if I want like 30 seconds, then you can put it to 30 seconds. And the first one is like hours, second like minutes, and seconds, and this is the frames here. Let's say I have typed the 30 seconds. So now whenever I click on OK, now it will create the timeline with the 30 seconds. And here you can change the background. So in case if you want to change the background, just you can select this and we can put it to like red or green, whatever you want. So defaultly, I will put it to like black color. And now we can click on this OK. Now it has been created a composition, and if you observe left side in the project panel, it has been created the composition layer based on the settings which we have done here. So if you select, you can see the settings here. We have taken like 1920 by 1080 and 30 frames per second here. So whatever the animations we are going to do, we will do in this composition. Means like, see now, if you see in the timeline, now it has been named with the composition name like intro. So we can create multiple compositions, so that I will show in the later classes. And here we got the composition exactly which matches to the composition resolution here, like 1920 by 1080. And so you can see here now in timeline, we got the 30 seconds of time. So in case if you want to change settings, like suppose let's say you have done the titles up to like 10 seconds and I want to trim this composition, or else if you have done the animations which is more than like 30 seconds or something, then we can increase and decrease the composition time here. So in case if you want to do that, we can select this composition, and in this composition, we can go to this composition settings here. So make sure you have to select the composition while going to this composition settings, because if you are not selecting this composition and if you go to this option, the options will not be highlighted here. So now if you want to set the composition settings, we need to select this composition and we need to go to this option composition settings, and the shortcut is Control K. So just we need to select this Control K, and here again you will get the settings. And now if you want to increase or decrease the time, you can do that. So like suppose if I put it to like 40 or something, yeah. And also if you want, you can change the like background color. So now see if I click on this OK, still now it is showing like 30 frames. Here you can see there is an like zoom option. So if you zoom out, then you can see the complete 40 seconds which you have changed. And now we will see the basic navigation shortcuts. So if you want to zoom in, zoom out, just you can scroll the wheel, so middle mouse button. So just up and down, you can scroll. And if you want to like pan, you can click on middle mouse button so that you can able to pan this. So whenever you zoom in and if you want to pan, you can use the middle mouse button and you can pan. And if you want to play the video, just you can press space so that it will play the video. And if you press space again, it will pause. And also if you want to play the video frame by frame, suppose in case if you have done any animation and if you want to see it like frame by frame, then for that we need to use Control right arrow and Control left arrow to move the video frame by frame. Means like, see if you see this time slider here, if I use Control right arrow, now the time slider is moving frame by frame to the forward. And if I use Control left arrow, then the timeline is moving towards the back direction. And if you want to like make a full screen of any panel, just you can use the tilde button, so which is below the escape button. So what the thing is, it depends on the positions of the mouse. Like say, suppose if I hover the mouse in this composition panel and if you press tilde, then it will be full screen. And suppose if I hover the mouse here in the timeline and if you press tilde, then it will get full screen. So it depends on the positions of the mouse. So you can make the full screen of any panel here. And also now if you want to import any videos or audio files or any images into this composition, then we can double click here in the project panel, or else we can go to the file, go to the import and file, and the shortcut is Control I. So in three ways we can import the files into the After Effects. Like we can press Control I, either you can double click in this project panel and you can use this file option. So most of the time I will use Control I, or else I will double click in this project panel. So in order to import any images, videos, or any audio files into your After Effects, then you can double click here and you can select any one of the file, just it will be imported. And now if you want to see in the composition panel, just you need to left click and drag into the composition panel. And now whenever you drag into the panel, now it has been created one layer based on this thing. So it is same like in Photoshop. So in After Effects also there will be like layers. So whatever the images you import into the After Effects, and if you drag into the timeline, each and every image or video files or audio files, everything will be in the layer tile. And now in case if you want to move this image from one position to another position, we can use this selection panel here. So, and the shortcut is V. So by using this selection panel, we can move the images from one position to another position. And if you want to delete the layer, just you can select and delete. And if you don't want here, just you can select and delete here. And now that's it for this video. This is a basic introduction for this After Effects. So from next video, we are going to start the actual like animations. So first we'll create an text files and we'll see how to animate from the basics to advanced level. So see you in the next video.